Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am here to do a WWE SmackDown recap for November 27th of 2020. So, we got a lot of things we got to talk about. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 things we're going to talk about. But let's get started. So, SmackDown opens up with Jey Uso introducing Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and being in Roman. So he just bit this, just introducing him. And before he can completely, introduce him, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman come out. So Roman Reigns addressed him and asked him, "Did I ask for your help last night?" He didn't ask for his help. He said, "I thought I told you to leave the building." After he and the men's team, he said, and then Roman Reigns put in his head, "That team does not, nobody here respects you," and stuff. And so I'm going, oh, so he went on the attack. So the first person he ended up attacking Otis first. Now I don't think I'm gonna come back at a later date and talk about Otis, but I don't think that was called for anything. Anything because Otis was supposed to be facing King Corbin. He ended up getting it. Jay ended up attacking him, and then he was on an attack mode tonight. Let's just say Jey Uso was on the attack mode. He couldn't get to Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins went home. So that's that. So we didn't get that match. Corbin did end up wrestling, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So then we end up getting Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus the Street Profit. Now I feel like that win wasn't a good win because you couldn't see because the camera did not show the back view, but I think Robert Roode had some tights. I think Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler cheated, and I think they had tight. You can't see the backside of it, but I'm thinking Robert Roode pulled his tights because after the fact, Montez Ford, you see kind of Montez Ford's kind of pulling his pants up, and I'm going, he had tights. So I believe Robert Roode, them getting that win cannot be a considered of a win. If you need to see, we as fans need to see the back angle just to be sure. But I believe so that Robert Roode had some tights, and that was a cheap win. Okay. The next thing we have Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn. And I feel like this was a good match coming up from last week's show and thing. And let me just when Daniel Bryan slapped the living mess. Let me just say, slapped the living mess out of Sami Zayn. And I think this is the match we got from out of that. Now this was a pretty good match, but I can't say Sami Zayn won. I won't ever. This is why I don't. I always say this. Let me put this. I always say this because number one, I feel like this wasn't a fair match because number one, you gotta think Jey Uso won. Jey Uso was on the attack. He was on the attack mode. So Sami Zayn won by a count out. So that is not fair because number one, that match should be in void because number one, Jey Uso attacked Daniel Bryan and everything. So that match should be in void. And regardlessly, I don't care. I don't care if WWE does it or not. But that match to me, that's not a match. Anything, but yeah. But that's just that. But yeah, so then the next match we have Natalia versus Bianca Belair. So guess who's out there at this match? None other Bailey. So Bailey said, "I'm just here to see. I'm just here to see." So with this match, it was a. I actually said we got a good match, but Natty, no, I mean WWE. Um, I actually liked it this match. This was the first time I actually liked it, and I love this match. I love to see Bianca win and everything. I love to see that. And Bianca is the future of the WWE. So yeah, this like I'm saying, this was just a good match. Bianca matched Natty move for move, and when it got onto the outside, she made it. Let's just say not Bianca, Natty slapped the out of out of Bailey, and then she slapped the mitt, and then Bianca slapped the mitts out of Natty. That was just a good match. It was just a good match, and Bianca ended up winning in the long run. It's those. Yeah, that was just a good match. Now let's start. Let's talk about this Murphy versus Brian Corbin. Now this match, yeah, like I told you, Corbin was supposed to have a match earlier against Otis, but it didn't happen because of Otis being attacked. Now I'm gonna come back and I got to ask this in a minute. I'm gonna ask it after this match. So we have Murphy versus Corbin defending, and he's defending the Mysterios and thing. Y'all, let me just tell you something. You had none other Ray and Dominic, and Aaliyah getting involved. Ray getting involved first, will get involved for a couple of minutes, then Dominic involved. I was very surprised to see Aaliyah just step to Corbin. Man, that was the bestest moment ever. But let me just say, Murphy did pick up the win. So Corbin, y'all know I do not like Corbin at all. Picked up the mind, boo-hooing like a little baby, saying that wasn't fair. They got involved. All is good in wrestling, honey. So hey, he wants a rematch. I wouldn't give him a rematch. So I hope they do not give him a rematch. That's just me. Do we have now before we go to this other match, let me just talk about a couple of things. One, we got Big E. We have Big E and Apollo Crews. They're just standing there, just minding their own business. Who comes up to them? Then Sami Zayn, running his babic mouth, and he tells Apollo, "Oh, I beat you in a half of a second." Excuse me, did y'all see what I know everybody saw what I saw last week and stuff. You didn't beat him in a half a minute. And then this is where I just thought, okay, Biggie go, nah man, I got this. He go, okay, he said I gotta go. Cause like I think Apollo would have knocked the mess out of him. Biggie went off on Sami Zayn and he go, and he shook his hand and he like holding his hand real tight. He said, "You only win by walkout or count out." Walkout, count out. He said, "You win by Walker." He like was telling him, "You only win by count out or DQ match." And he's like, Sami Zayn shaking his hand, and Big E go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count out. You been count out. And I think he was like, he's saying, "Oh, if you went up against me, you would be getting at this. You would be counted out." And I believe this is somebody. I think this is a chance where they need to let Big E have this. I think Big E will be a good person to dethrone. And then Sami Zayn made fun of that Big E haven't had an Intercontinental Champion and said, "Oh, you haven't been Intercontinental Champion in so long time ago." That was just to me. That was disrespect. Always thought this Sami Zayn is disrespectful, and I just want to hear y'all point of view. Let me hear what y'all think. Was Sami Zayn being disrespectful to some of the wrestlers, to Big E and Apollo Crews? That's that. Now, before we get to Jay and Jimmy Uso, I am happy that Sasha Banks finally put her hands on Carmella. Last 2 weeks, they've been making Carmella putting her hands on Sasha Banks. Excuse me. She got, excuse me. And and Carmella realized it's Sasha. Sasha goes on that attack, and she finally get those hands. She finally put her hands on Carmella. Carmella, I don't think Carmella would, if they ever had a title belt opportunity, I don't think Carmella would win this title. That's one. No offense to her. She's a good wrestler, but I'm just going to say they are not going to take that belt off of Sasha right now. No. Mm-mm. So I don't think they are. And I will have to say, I had this joke when I was saying it. And I said, don't touch who? Don't touch who? Don't touch who? So before I get started, so we got another question. Before I get started, let me talk about the Street Profits. So you got Bianca Belair and the Street Profits, and they are promoting WWE Shop Black Friday deals and stuff. So y'all, if you got a chance tonight, go on to WWE.com and check out their Black Friday deals. And now, I'm telling y'all, I went and checked, and they got some pretty good deals tonight. So if you want me to go and browse on their WWE.com for you and tell you what they have deals on, please thumbs up, give me 100 views, and I will do it. So let me talk about, so before I go to this Jey Uso match with well, let me go on and do that, and I'll come back to this other thing. So let me talk about Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens. So this started with Daniel Bryan, when Daniel Bryan got attacked in the middle of his match, and during the middle of his match, he got attacked by Jey Uso. After that, okay, Jey wasn't even part of Team SmackDown. So what was the deal with him being attacking him? Y'all get what I'm saying? So what was the deal with attacking him? So he was attacking him, and Kevin Owens was just right there, and Kevin Owens was trying to help the referees get Jay off of Daniel Bryan. And you can see him going, Daniel, you okay? You okay? And like, by this time, Kevin Owens has had it. He has had it, so you can tell Kevin Owens has had it, and I actually will say, I have to first give kudos to Kevin Owens. Like I'm gonna say this right quick. I'm gonna say it afterwards. Let me see. And with this, he goes and he tells the referee, stay right here with him. And that's when none other than Kevin Owens went and he walked up to Roman Reigns. He said, I don't know what the kind of dealings y'all do, but this is how you treat your family. He like going off. He's going ham. Boom. So then the next thing we see after the Sasha thing, after Sasha attacks Carmella, so then the next thing we see Adam Pearce. Oh, funny, I don't see that little red bump on the top of your head. Pearce. So that's one. And then you see Adam Pearce, and you see Paul Heyman talking, and we end up getting the finale match of Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens. Man, this was a good match. Kevin Owens hit the ring post, but his right arm disabled during the match and stuff. So then Jay ended up getting the chair, making it be a DQ match. Man, this was a good match, and I actually have to agree with some of the things that he said. But that was that. Now I want to end with this question. Since Jay is on a tirade, and he's number one, he already has attacked Otis earlier in the night, and he has attacked Otis earlier in the night. He has attacked Daniel Bryan, who wasn't even part of Team SmackDown. So it's two people he has left. So my thing is, why did not? And I'm going to say why he did not attack Brian Corbin. Y'all tell me that why he have not attacked Brian Corbin, because that's very fishy. Let's say very fishy and stuff. And that's that. That is just, it's very fishy that he has not attacked that. Now he cannot attack Seth Rollins right now because Seth Rollins is gone. They're gone and everything and stuff like that. But I'm just saying it's pretty good and stuff. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. So my thing overall for tonight's show, I think tonight's SmackDown show was a pretty good show. I really wished I just think the match between Bianca and Natalia was a good match, and I think we're finna get ready to get a build up of a three-way rivalry. That means a two-way rivalry. Natty and Bailey versus Bianca, or Natty versus Bianca versus Bailey. So we're going to have to see where this is going to go. That particular storyline is going to go. And then, y'all, let me ask y'all this. Still, this is the biggest question. And the question is, why Jay did not attack Baron Corbin? That's the biggest question. All right, y'all. I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.